Welcome to White Regis TV Film Review and Preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This weekend is the release of Gladiator 2, the long-awaited sequel to the 2000s Oscar-winning film Gladiator, which originally starred Russell Crowe. This film takes place over 20 years after the events of Gladiator and revolves around Lucius, the child between Russell Crowe's Maximus and Connie Nielsen's Lucilla, who is forced into slavery and to fight as a gladiator in the Colosseum after being captured by the Roman army and his family being killed. The film stars Paul Mescal, Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn and Denzel Washington alongside Connie Nielsen and Derek Jacobi, who are reprising their roles from the first film. The early critics' reactions have praised the film, saying that it echoes the first, and that, it does what it says on the tin, and that Denzel Washington absolutely steals the movie. Gladiator 2 is in cinemas this weekend. I really love the first film. I thought it was a piece of art. So hopefully the sequel turns out to be just as good. So going back a couple of weeks now, the newest Marvel Disney Plus series, Agatha All Along, continues to dominate the Marvel conversation on social media. Lord knows why. The series stars Kathryn Hahn reprising her role of Agatha Harkness from the series WandaVision, with the series taking place 3 years later, and features Agatha escaping from Wanda's spell with the help of a goth team, and they assemble a coven of witches to tackle the Witches' Road. The series also stars British actor Joe Locke, who I think is famous for Heartstopper. Don't ask me, I wouldn't know. And Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Recreation, but also done a lot of movies in the last few years. Now, I went into this series with kind of low expectations because Agatha was the worst part of WandaVision, but this series just fell short of even those low expectations. This is a terrible entry into the MCU. The acting is cringy and unwatchable, the writing is juvenile, and just feels so out of place in the grounded, tactile MCU world. It just felt like it was written by a preteen girl who's watched too many witchy Disney movies like Hocus Pocus. I gave the show 1.5 stars out of 5, and it's a shame because there was potential. They could have done more, but it is easily one of the worst 5 MCU projects, up there with Secret Invasion and Echo. But those two were bad because they were messed up in post-production, among other reasons. That is all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I'll be talking about Wicked, Part 1, the feature film adaptation of the Broadway musical. Now back to Gary in the studio.